I'm bummed. I'm bummed out. That theme song was from the 1980s Spider-Man cartoon. I was so young when that cartoon came out, but I watched it nonetheless. And I think a year after that, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends became a thing. I got this figure from Bigbadtoystore a couple of days ago. I'm going to tell you why I'm so bummed out. And it's not what you think why I'm bummed out about it. I was opening up the action figure, taking out the accessories, and one of the accessories was missing because it shot out like a bullet from the package as I was opening it. And I took 3 hours trying to look for that little piece in my room and I couldn't find it. And it's the Spider Sense accessory that came with the figure. So I'm a little upset over it. Let me see, I gotta stop this. Oh man, I was more upset with myself than anything else. Otherwise, I would have showed him a couple days earlier, but it didn't turn up, and I'm gonna have to probably buy a custom-made Spider Sense accessory for the figure. So I said I got it from Bigbadtoystore. So here's the front of the box. It's the Spider-Man Maximum series from Hasbro, Marvel Legends. It goes aside, and here's the back. I kind of wish they used art in the back, what the figure is based off of, instead of the action figure itself. But I guess they're trying to show the poses that you can do with the figure, which I'm not gonna do too much of posing, especially after my nightmare was realized with that Superman Tom McFarlane figure. But he does come with a bunch of accessories. Like the little spider webs. I like the extra hands. Because for all intent and purpose, he is sort of a scientist in his own right. Even though he's a photographer. Let's see. I might try to do some poses later if I get the freaking guts to do it. And maybe take some pictures. Post it. Come with a lot of, quite a bit. A web shield. Let's see. I'm impressed with the accessories that they gave us. Here's another accessory. I mean, you get quite a bit of stuff, especially with the hands. I'm just, like I said, bummed out that my carelessness, that his Spider Sense just shot out like a bullet from the package, and I don't know where it hit. I like the face sculpt of Peter Parker. He kind of looks a little bit like an actor, and I don't know who. Oh man, Robert Conrad? No. He looks a little bit like Robert. No. He does kind of look like Robert Conrad. And I'm showing my age. But he was doing movies way before I was born, so it's fine. But he looks like Robert Conrad. I think the figure is based off of Todd McFarlane art. I could be wrong. And this is a sort of stand. I haven't checked out from anybody else what the stand is for, but you do get a lot of stuff. I've always liked Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. I'm Never really complained about them. Let's see. How far does this leg go? I don't want to break it. I know it's supposed to be super posable. The way they did it. Can his head go back? Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take some pictures later. I'm just afraid that something's gonna snap off, and I'm telling you, anything else happens with any of my figures, I'm gonna cry badly. Especially for the price that I paid for this figure. Let me put him on the floor here, on the table. It looks like he... Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not a poser at all, but that is not bad. Let me see how easy it is to pull off the head. I don't... Oh, my Lord. Am I pulling it off right? Well, that's not good either. I don't want... Nope. Once you feel a little tension and it's a struggle, I would say don't remove the head because the peg is going to break. But I probably have to put it under hot water later or something, see if it helps. But yeah, once you start feeling tension on something, that means it's most likely the peg is going to break. Oh, and here's a spider web. I'm not going to complain. I've been collecting these figures from Marvel, from Hasbro for, I'm going to say 20 years. I've never had any major gripes with any of their figures. None of them ever broke on me. Granted, I don't really post my figures. I don't play with them. So it's kind of upsetting. Like if I do like move a figure and it breaks in my hand, like what happened with the Tom McFarlane Superman. Because I don't mess around with my figures. I try to take care of my stuff. I know people are complaining about like it's a little bit rubbery. Their figures were always like that from Marvel Legends, which I like to attribute that where the parts don't break as easy because it has a little more flex to it. I mean, I could be wrong, and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. But I've always liked their figures. The question remains, is he worth the $49 or $50 asking price? Like I said, I got him from Bigbadtoystore. Altogether I spent, it was like maybe $55. That was including with the tax and then the $4 shipping. I didn't mind it because, interestingly enough, and weird enough as I'm going to say this, he is my first comic book action figure on Spider-Man. The Spider-Man figures that I do have, which I'm going to probably show sometime next week, is from the No Way Home, like the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield figures. And I did get one of Tom Holland when he did, what was it, Far From Home. So most of the Spider-Man figures that I do have are based on the movies that came out. I have never gotten a comic-based character. And I was going to get the Pizza Spider-Man, but whew, to get him brand new in the package, it's going to be more than 50. So a lot of the Spider-Man figures from Hasbro, see, that's what's missing. Oh man, that's depressing. I'm not sure where the hell that thing went. And my room is small. I pray to the spider gods that it will appear. But either way, I'm going to get a custom made one from eBay. So for me, spending the $50 on him, I didn't mind it for the simple fact I don't have any other Spider-Man figures. Now, would I have spent the money on this figure if I had like this Pizza Spider-Man or the other Spider-Mans? I probably would have, just because of the accessories that this figure came with. I don't think, well, for me, I know people keep saying that the people purchase from SH Figure Arts and Mayfix, and I forgot another company people buy figures from. I can't see myself spending over $100 for a small figure. I mean, that's just me. I think as far as I would go would probably be 60. And I'm just saying that because I pre-ordered the Hulk maximum figure from Amazon. So I have from now until July to decide whether I'm going to keep the pre-order or cancel it. Because I'm still deciding. Because I do have a comic book Hulk figure, but it is a Marvel Select, and it's not really posable. It's a Marvel Select figure. And I do have the Marvel Legends movie Hulk from the Avengers. So that's why I'm like deciding whether I should keep that Maximum Hulk's figure or not. But at the end of the day, if someone's complaining about spending $50 on this figure, but spending $125 dollars on a figure that's 6 inches, and they're saying it's because it has, it's quality. Like, I've seen Mayfix figures break. Someone reviewing them. Same thing with SH Figure Arts. They might be more posable, but I really can't see myself spending over $100 for a small figure. But then again, that's just me. I'm not saying for anyone to go out and spend that kind of money. I bought this figure out of my own cash, which some may just find it silly, period, who is not into the hobby. Because at the end of the day, we're spending money on plastic. So it's just really up to your wallet, what you're able, to afford. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been wowed by a Mayfix or SH Figure Arts figure. I saw Wonder Woman with the two head sculpts, and I didn't like either. And I actually preferred the Todd McFarlane Wonder Woman Collector's Edition figure. Again, that's just me, in my opinion. It's like people looking at art. It's what your eyes like. If it's not the alarm clock going, it's that. Oh well. Yeah, like I said, it took me a couple days for me to show off this figure because I was so bummed about missing the Spider Sense thing. But it does come with a lot of stuff for 50. Well, let's put this in perspective. I'm gonna order a custom made Spider Sense from eBay. That alone, free shipping, is going to be $9. Just for that little Spider Sense custom from Marvel Legends. That's a customizer is selling. That alone is $9. So yeah, this figure is posable. I'm gonna probably put some pictures up. I'm gonna try to be very careful. See if I can put this head sculpt. He looks like Robert Conrad. What the heck? Why is my stomach ground? Oh, I didn't eat. Okay. Yeah, with the 2 extra head sculpts and the accessories, any buyer who loves posting their figures and taking photos of them and putting them on Reddit or on Facebook or Instagram, they're gonna have fun with this, in my opinion. Especially with people who know what they're doing when they're doing photography. I don't, but they'll have a ton of fun with this figure. And at $50, like I said, he's my first comic Spider-Man figure. So for me, it was like a no-brainer for me to spend the $50. Even though I thought it was a little steep, but I don't have any other Spider-Man comic-based figures from Hasbro that I can base, or compare this figure. So, and for years, Toy Biz and Hasbro didn't really put that many accessories into their figures to begin with for 20, for 18.99 and all that. So to me, the hubbub over it, I'm not saying that they're 100% wrong, but it's what your wallet can bear. But anyway, people, I hope whoever watches this video is having a great day, with safe and sound and spending time with their loved ones. Seems like there's some cool movies coming out, like Sinners. I heard a lot of good things about it. But, man, I'm debating whether to show that gem doll because that my guy got me. I'm just shocked at the price point, $24, the scale of it being big, and the accessories that it came with. I think that's what I want to show off. Compared to the $50 with this, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm like, what? We got quite a lot, even compared to the original gem doll that came out in the 80s. But anyway, I've been rambling on long enough, and I don't read from a script, and I don't want to bore anybody. So take it easy. Please have a blessed day. Peace.